Heyo. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Here are the rules. This is the Pokemon Shield Apocalock run. The difference between an Apocalock and a Nuzlocke, which is kind of the usual Pokemon challenge run, is very simple. The Apocalock has more of a story, I guess. Basically, it's just like a Nuzlocke, except in the narrative of the run, an apocalypse has happened, and only certain Pokemon types can survive that apocalypse, and those are the only ones we're allowed to use. So, you'll see those types in a moment. These are the rules we're kind of following. It's normal Nuzlocke rules, you know, just with the extra typing things. The only difference is we're using the duplicate and shiny clauses, and getting team wiped doesn't mean it's game over if we have usable Pokemon in the box. I don't want to have to restart this whole series, y'all. It's been like 100 streams. I'm ready for this to be done. But before we can do that, we need to explore every inch of the Crown Tundra DLC, which is currently what we are doing. So let's get into it. Now, fair warning. Off camera, I did do a few of these max raids. Just enough to get all my Pokemon, basically, except for Clyde, to level 70. Clyde's sticking around at level 69 for a while. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I did get some new legendaries, though. Take a look. We got Lunala, the legendary of Pokemon Moon. We got Tapu Koko, who is from a Pokemon game, I'm sure. I don't know which one. And we got Uxie, who's from Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. Why are you a hustler, Ole? And it's going okay, my dude. How are you? We also got... Why did we call this Hakan? Oh, it was because it was a Bionicle name. But yeah, we got a Heatran, which is a Pokemon I can actually use. And I should probably be using instead of Peach, because Peach did technically die. Peach did technically die that one time, so I should probably take him off my team. Hustler, a sprinter, a human money printer. Okay. Ole, you're in a good mood today, dog. I'm here for it, man. What's been going on? What's got you in this mood? Alright, I'm going to check held item. Yes. We already have a flying type in Libre, so it doesn't matter if Peach isn't on the team anymore. I do think that it's a bit... It was... The circumstances under which Peach died were always kind of shitty, and I didn't love them. So we kind of pulled a fast one on the old system. But no, I don't feel good about it. I think we should just have Peach not be on the team. Heatran named Hakan. There we go. There's our team. The reference, you're referencing a political quest line you're pursuing in Disco Elysium currently. Oh, unfortunately, Ole, I never got super far into Disco Elysium, so I don't get the reference. But let's go. I think if we get Moltres, we will probably end up using that instead of Heatran. I'm using Heatran for now because I want a fire type on my team. Flying taxi. Why don't we? I was about to... You know what? I was about to be like, hey, why don't we have flying taxis? But that's just a plane. I'm describing a plane. Alright, I'm gonna fly to the dojo first to heal up my boys, because I see that Hind is a little bit low on them old health. And then I'm gonna restore my Pokemon, please. I'm weirdly color-coded to my character today. I'm wearing a white shirt and black pants, and I do have what we call tackies, but what y'all would probably call running shoes in them other parts of the world. Oh, there he is, motherfucker. Okay. How do I catch him? He's flying. How do I catch this guy? He's not on the ground. Do 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 do. Pursuing bird. Pursuing bird. Shoot out the do da day. Okay, so he flew this way. Again, I'm not really sure. I've never been sure on exactly how I'm supposed to catch flying Pokemon in this game. Apparently you're supposed to use the bell, but it doesn't seem like it works most of the time. Like, you're supposed to, like, whistle or use the bell on them or whatever. But, yeah, like I said, it doesn't really seem to take a lot of the time. You're doing ultra liberal, which is the hardcore libertarian money man type. Oh. I always just did, I think I always did communism. I'm not sure. I like, seriously, I never got far enough into the, whoa, that's a center scorch. I never got far enough into those games for it to matter. It always just ended up being like, oh, hey, I get to the part where you meet the, like, union, and then something else comes up in my life, and I go and do that instead. It's the same kind of pattern I've had with, like, a lot of the Soulsborne games, is I get really far into them, or I make decent headway into them, and then I just stop for no adequate reason. Don't know why. It's not that I'm not having fun. I just, like, get distracted by something. You've done the communist one? It's pretty good? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Where the fuck is this bird? I done lost the bird, yo. I done lost the bird. I don't know where it's supposed to be. What the hell are you? Oh, wait, you're a Lycanroc. I forgot that Lycanroc had that color scheme. That was crazy for a second. Am I going the right way? Does it just keep flying around in like a loop? Does it, if I just find a part of its loop to sit on, is that the most efficient way to do this, or do I physically have to chase it? It feels like it would be a bad... This feels like bad design. You can always... That's game criticism 101, folks, if you're here for lessons. Game criticism 101. If a feature of a game starts making you ask questions out loud because you're kind of annoyed, it's maybe not good design. And you should examine it further. That's not to say it's always bad design. Sometimes you're just stupid. That's another thing you kind of have to learn as a game reviewer, is that sometimes you're just stupid and wrong. But a lot of the time it is kind of bad design, and Pokemon games are very well known for not being well designed. So, whoa, what was that? You know what, if the camera also is not... This is not a chase camera. This is a chill, like, take in the atmosphere of the location camera. It wasn't made for high-speed bike chases. That's a bit better. Yeah, gotta keep it zoomed out. Should I just, like, chill? Did I go in a circle? Oh wait, no, this is where I came from. Okay. This is maybe my worst nightmare. is a challenge that requires that you know where the hell you are and or are going. I've never been good at either of those. Any combination of that. See, my biggest worry Ooh, a rare candy. That means that I can get Clyde to level 70, and he won't be the fun sex joke anymore, so no one will be giggling while I talk. Go, Clyde. Evolve. Good man. Yeah, it's difficult to spot the Pokemon you're after. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's almost like this was kind of thrown together at the last minute. Now, here's the thing. If Moltres is flying a circuit, then that's maybe one thing. I don't know how big its circuit is, so I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't want to just, like, sit around forever waiting for it to complete its circuit. But I don't know where it would have flown to. Like, what would be the end point for it? Previously, when I came to this area, I was just like, well, let me look for a place that seemed like it was... Okay. Oh, no. My sweet summer child, I'm so sorry. You're level 60? Okay. Let's see what Lava Plume does. I mean, you still don't have great stats because you're a Banuri, but hey, good on you for working out. That actually wasn't bad XP either. That's crazy. I forgot that this place scales with your level. I'm a big hunkering boy. My slow boy. Man, he is slow. Damn, I feel bad. The spoiled brat bunny Pokemon? Yeesh. Someone was, like, having a bad day when they wrote that one down, huh? Okay, it doesn't seem like it's a circuit. I truly don't think... Like, Moltres was flying at quite a click, right? Like, if it was a circuit, I think it would have come back by now. So it must have been flying to a specific location. Which means that we are, once again... this is annoying. It's nice to see that the Pokemon team, when designing these wild areas, managed to keep the same annoyance factor that running through the tall grass had. But yeah, okay, so back to my point. If Moltres was flying quite quickly, if it was flying a circuit, the Isle of Armor isn't huge, you know? It's not the biggest area in the game or anything. So I don't think it would have taken very long for it to have completed its circuit and, like, already flown back this way. So it must have stopped somewhere. So I guess we just have to keep looking around to see where it might have stopped. Ugh. I missed him. Come on now. I love Heatran's mouth. Hakan's mouth, sorry. I love a good, like, weird robot mouth. It's gotta be one of my favorite genders. I think I like Heatran in general. Like, I like his design. I want Pokemon to be... I'm one of those internet babies that complains about Pokemon, so saddle up, y'all. I preferred when Pokemon are more, like, animalistic or monstrous than humanoid. I don't think humanoid Pokemon look that good. I don't think they've ever looked that good. Like, it was always, like, a very weird, thin line for a Pokemon to walk, where it could look humanoid and still look okay. And yeah, I just think, like, the more monstrous, more animal ones look better. That's not fair. You can't pop up underneath my feet, Torkoal. I think I've already caught something in here, so I can just run away from this. I do love Torkoal. I wish Torkoal was better than it is. It's unfortunately just not a very good Pokemon, but I do like it. And there's Sandshrew in this cave. I love Sandshrew. Why is it so gosh darn misty in here? What is this? Fucking Indigo League? Nah. Nah. That was the first season when Misty was a character. You know? When Misty was a character in the TV show version of Pokemon, and that season was called the Indigo League. And let's look at the chat. Yeah, the character I named him after has a pretty prominent mouth. Oh, right, you named Hakan. He has a prominent. What does prominent mouth mean? That's an old. Like I can visually, I know exactly what you mean, but that's an awful sentence. All right, well, I can't see Moltres anywhere in here, which means it's probably not in here. That sucks. Maybe it's by that big tower. Unless it flew over the ocean, which would be a real dick move if it did. A hard stone. As opposed to all those nice soft stones you run into every now and again. Alright, well, I can't see Moltres. My worry is that Moltres is perched on something that I cannot see because my camera is limited. That would be a dick move, and yet not unexpected. Sure. This is actually dumb. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be getting Pokédex entries from that lady, because it's going to confuse me later. I judge whether or not I've caught a Pokemon before based on whether or not I get a Pokédex entry. If I'm getting free Pokédex entries from that lady, then I'm doing myself a disservice. Although I suppose it doesn't fill in. It's just, it does the equivalent of, if you've seen the Pokemon. So it wouldn't, it would still give me the full Pokédex entry if I have caught it. That was a terrible way to say that. Ooh. Oh, sick. That's really good, actually. Should I give that to... Because Shrek... Very visible, a bit large. Oh, for the mouth. Okay, a thin line for humanoid Pokemon that Gardevoir walked right across mostly by accident. Gardevoir walked... Let's be honest with ourselves. Gardevoir walked along that line because nerds are horny. Like, that's it. Okay. Oh, we didn't give the charcoal to Hakan. Should I be giving this black glasses to Shrek instead of the leftovers? No, I kind of want Shrek to have the leftovers instead. I don't know how strong Shrek is defense-wise. Oh, I can't go in there anyway. Cool. Sick. Awesome, guys. Okay, so if Moltres did fly this way, maybe they flew like this. Like into this cave. Is Moltres... Are any of the... It's weird to me that, like, legendaries don't have genders, right? Except, I suppose they do. Because Hakan is female. So they do have genders. But that's so weird. Like, I would have thought that they wouldn't have, because they're the only one. So why does it matter? What's the purpose of them having a gender? If we do run into Moltres, I don't think I want Hakan out front. Moltres is dark and fire. Dark? We don't have anything for... Well, no, I have Libre, which is fighting. And for fire, we have Hind. Plus, Hind has some pretty good defense and a lot of health. It might be best to have Hind out front, to be honest. I think Hind is my highest level Pokemon now. That's crazy. I got him from a machine. Whoa. I'm hearing a lot of noises, and I don't like that. I don't like being in the center of Poké Deets and Doots. It like pumps up my anxiety. Oh, did any of you in the chat watch Pokemon? That's what you mean, no, not what the design intended. Oh yeah. No, I get you. Okay, related to God of War, yeah. Okay, so did any of you watch Pokemon movie 2000? Oh, did I just walk out the same way? Okay, the one with Lugia and stuff. Because I remember watching that movie and seeing Lugia swim under the ocean, and getting so much anxiety. Like, the thought of, like, there being something, like, so deep in the ocean just punished my mind as a child. I just got, like, a pit in my stomach watching that. And the song, like, look, the song that Lugia sings is amazing. It is a banger of note. But also, it kind of terrified me when I was a child. Okay, so we're at the workout C. I see that Ole is dropping some hot facts. Get away from me, shark. Be gone from me. I can hear you. I can hear you swimming. Be gone from me, shark. I hate that sound too. That's just constant and annoying. Okay, so this is a place. Yeah. That's about all I'm willing to say about it. It sure is a place. Is that Ditto? Huh. Not sure I've ever seen a Ditto in the wild before. Okay. I'm literally just running around at this point. Like, I have no idea anymore. Moltres could be bloody anywhere. It could fly. Why would it stay on this one island? Any hoodles. God of War's... with these sharks and whatnot. God of War's Japanese name is Sir Knight. Its green hair, or whatever, is sort of round like a helmet. Its long flowing dress is actually a medieval tabard of sorts. God of War was supposed to be a chivalrous, heroic Pokemon, and then it didn't work, so they made Gallade a generation later. Okay, that's interesting. I kind of love it when you find out stuff like that about... Oh, there it is. It is flying in a circuit. It's just taking its sweet damn time about it. Please. No. It's so much faster than me. No. I'm doing this forever. Okay, we're gonna ride through the cave and try and cut it off. No, fuck! I hate this. Ah, Hind wants to be petted. Me too, bud. We'll go camping once we get this new bird. Once I get my hands on this ding dang roadrunner Hind, then we will go camping. I promise. Again, I have no idea how I'm meant to get this Pokemon once I run into it eventually. Also, I think it shows up here. I'm not entirely sure. Please let it show up here. Okay, so that's the bell. We've got it. Oh, okay. My capture card just makes noises sometimes. That's fun. That's fun and good for my heart. Come on. Come on, birdie. Come on, birdie. Where you at, bird? Where you at, bird? Where you is? Where are you? Did I lose it again? Ugh. I hate this frickin' island. You have seen Pokemon 2000, but that was several years ago now. It is, I think... So, okay. The best Pokemon movie of all time will always be, story-wise, the... I think it's called Song of the Unknown. Or something. It's the one with Entei and the Unknown when they're in the Johto region. And it's the best one for a few reasons. It has an actual story. Ash acts like a good person in it. It's not like prophecy bullshit. It's just a generally good story. And also, it's the only Pokemon movie where both of Ash's companions have Pokemon battles. In all the other Pokemon movies, Ash is the only one that has Pokemon battles, which is wild when you think about it. Other than that, I would say that Pokemon 2000 and Mewtwo's Return, I think is what the first one was called, are the other two best, and then from there I kind of stopped caring about the Pokemon movies. Like, the Jirachi one is okay. It's not great. It's fine. Like, it's cute. Okay, like, don't get me wrong, the Jirachi one is cute, and that has merit. Fucking Wooper. Choodle is a good entry in the funny little guy genre. Choodle, at the same time, is very cute and also looks like it would annoy the shit out of me. I would like... Choodle is so adorable, and also I want to kick it over the fence. I don't know how else to explain it. But yeah, you remember very well the fight between Entei and Charizard? It was a good fight. The first, like, 3 Pokemon movies are really good, and then the next few I just don't give a shit about. They stopped being interesting. And it may just be that I grew up or whatever. Or it may be... Yes! Yes! Come to me. Come, bird. No, Jigglypuff. Fuck off. Oh, yes! Okay. It only took half an hour. You can't say you have a favorite, but the one you remember best is Destiny Deoxys. I never saw that one. That's the other thing, is that there are a lot of Pokemon movies I just never saw. Let's do one waterfall. Fiery Wrath. What? Holy shit. That's awesome. I'm gonna do waterfall again. Sucker Punch. Okay. I might have to do a full restore soon. Please don't die. Okay. We can do like another one of those and still won't die. That's awesome. We're doing a full restore. That fire move was crazy. I do have 2 Master Balls. This might be the only legendary from this DLC that I can use. This might be the only legendary from this DLC that I can use. Because the other ones are Zapdos and Articuno. We got all the Reggies that we can get, so there's no more from that. And then there's the final legendary, which is a Psychic Ghost type, I believe. So, I mean, yeah, fuck it, why not? Let's just use a Master Ball. Screw it. Why do you even do this animation? It's a guaranteed. It just is. I'm your dad now. M is for Moltres. We have a whole other Master Ball. Okay, so this rules. This Pokemon rules. It's dark and flying. Oh. It's only dark and flying? That kind of sucks. Yeah, let's name it. What name are we giving this? Nice and simple indeed, yeah. And I still have another Master Ball, so if the final... I think the final fight of this, of this place, of this region, is gonna be a Dynamax battle. But, if we need the other one, I have it. Like, if Articuno gives us a lot of trouble or whatever. What am I gonna call this Moltres? What kind of bird is... I guess it's a phoenix. Should we call it Arizona? What's another... I mean, I could call it Icky, which is the name of the Saint Seiya character that uses the phoenix cloth. I don't know how many people are gonna get that reference, though. I don't feel like Saint Seiya really had that much of an impact in this country. Yeah, the only reason I know Saint Seiya is because I had a PlayStation 2 game. Like a fighting game for it. But also, Icky was like my favorite character, I think, so screw it. This one's for me. Icky. I believe that's how you... Arizona? Okay. I'll name it Arizona. In my heart, it will always be Icky. Also, Icky is, I think, the name of the protagonist from Air Gear, which is another manga. Arizona. This is my god bird. Arizona. Let me see its summary. So it's dark and flying, but it knows fire moves. Berserk. Boosts the Pokemon special attack stat when it takes a hit that causes its HP to become half or less. Okay. Fiery Wrath. Oh, Fiery Wrath is a dark move? It's calm by nature. And I caught it in the Fields of Honor. It's somewhat vain. I mean, if I looked like this, I would also be somewhat vain. Thank you. Wonder what Arizona means. It's a place. It's Phoenix, Arizona. It's a place in America. Okay, so do we want this on our team, is the question. Because I can take Libre off, because it's our flying type, but Libre is also our fighting type. And we have other dark Pokemon. We have Shrek, who's Dark Fairy, and we have Clyde, who is Dark Ground. So it's not like we're hurting for a dark type. So what's the play here, gang? Let's see. We got Hind. Do we need Shrek? Do we need Shrek? I mean, it's a fairy type, which is nice. You know? It's like fine. Libre I like because it's a fighting type. Although a lot of my Pokemon seem to know fighting type moves. We might not even need a fighting type, to be honest. But do we need 3 dark types, is the question. And looks like the origin of the name Arizona is somewhat unclear. Oh, weird. Okay, so Clyde is not a great dark type. It knows 1 dark type move. It's mostly an earth type. It's mostly a ground type. Shrek is our main dark type, I guess, and he's mostly a fairy type. So do we want to slot out a fairy type for dark flying? Ugh. This is so difficult because I love this bird. Look at it. Look at how awesome this bird is. I was hoping it would be a fire type so that I could swap out Heatran. But no. 'Tis not. I'm gonna put it in the box for now. And then we can make a judgment later. Oh, cool. Oi oi, it's me, Peony. How's your expedition going? Come again? You found the legendary Pokemon Moltres. You activated my trap card. Gahahaha. That's really something. Now go and track down the other bird Pokemon. Do it. It's your job. Okay. Let me check my computer real quick. Do I have any other fire types? Well, Moltres is over here chilling with his buddies. Do I have any other fire types? I do have Hachiko. Hachiko! Got Hachiko. Hey, Lucas. I'm checking out my party. What's new is that we caught Moltres. We used the Master Ball because I have 2 of them, and it's like the only legendary I can use in this entire region. But yeah, I also found out that Moltres is dark and flying. It's not a fire type, so I'm trying to figure out what I can take off my team to put Moltres on. We can take off Libre because it's a flying type as well, but it's fighting. And it's maybe a good idea to have a fighting type. Shrek is a dark fairy type. And Clyde is a dark ground type. And I don't want to lose ground and fairy. You turned 18? Happy birthday, Lucas. That's awesome. Everyone say congratulations to Lucas in the chat. Okay, so here is the conundrum. While the congratulations are all happening. The conundrum is Libre is our only flying type at the moment, besides the ones we have in the box. But we have 2 other dark types. Now, Moltres could make a good flying type on its own, but it feels like a waste to do that. Now, neither Shrek nor Clyde are particularly dark focused. They're mainly focused on their other typings. So do we want to get rid of what is essentially our only fighting type for a dark type Pokemon? I don't have any other Pokemon on this team that does fighting as like their moves. I also need to teach Heatran more fire moves. Or do we just leave Moltres in the box? Like, we don't have to use Moltres. We don't have to use any of the legendaries, really. I'm mainly catching them to finish the mission. While I teach Heatran some better moves, discuss. What are the benefits? What are the pros and cons? I'm going to the committee. Y'all are my committee. Help me out. Dark Fairy sounds like an emo aesthetic, so by hearing Shrek is a dark fairy type, I imagine him with emo bangs. I mean, he's not far off from having bangs. I'll tell you that. Flash Cannon's not bad. Actually, wait, let me see what Hakan is good at. Are you more of a physical or special attacker? Poor chicken. Which chicken? Okay, so... Special attack is technically better, but it's not far off, so it kind of doesn't matter. But that's going to be helpful. You would still say remove Shrek? Really? Is it a good idea to remove Shrek? I'm going to teach Hakan Flash Cannon. The user gathers light energy and releases it all at once. This may also lower the target's special defense stat. TMs are so much better in the newer gens. Yeah, I way prefer how they did it in the newer gens. Okay. Let's get rid of Metal Sound. Don't need it. Multals is the chicken. Oh, you mean Arizona. Its name is Arizona. Thank you very much. But yeah. So, okay. Ole, what's your reasoning for getting rid of Shrek? Because Shrek is our only fairy type. And fairy typing is very good. Like, we don't have a lot against dragon, is the thing. But, like fairy type we have against dragon now. Power, why can you learn surf? You always thought that Moltres is spelled with 2 S's, like if it was a molten lady or something? Oh. I guess so, but it's meant to be that the birds are counting in Spanish. So Arctic, it's literally Arctic, uno, zap, dos, and moltres. She was a fairy. Who was a fairy? Who are we talking about? Who is this fairy? I'm hearing so much of. Okay, let's see. Hakan, you can learn Rock Slide? Why? Why can you learn that? That's so dumb. But like, I guess I can understand why Shrek can learn Power Whip, of all things. Oh, like in Mistress. Okay. I mean, should we teach Shrek Power Whip? It might not be a bad idea to have a grass move. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. It's fine. We'll come back to it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. This is not going... Ooh, Ice Punch. Maybe. Power, why can you learn Ice Beam? That's insane. Hyper Beam is a real hit and miss for me. Because it's good. It's a good move. It's really powerful. But if it doesn't kill the Pokemon on the turn it's used, you're kind of screwed. Because it forces you to recharge. Hind, should I teach you Hydro Pump? It's a very good move. Heatmore can learn Rock Slide because it lives on volcanoes? Duh. Okay, Ole. Those things can be unstable? Yes, true. Volcanoes are well known for their instability. Heavy Slam? Meh. Okay, Heat Crash? Meh. I don't like the conditional ones, where it's like based on your weight or whatever. I'm definitely teaching Hakan Flamethrower. That's non-negotiable. I kind of want to teach Power Flamethrower, because apparently I can. Alright, that should be fine. Let me go and actually look through everyone else's moves real quick. As well, just while we're doing this. You know, Hind, I kind of like your moveset at the moment. Because Fishious Rend is very good, and it has a much higher accuracy than Hydro Pump. And it's not that much weaker. And Waterfall is like a weaker version of Fishious Rend, so we can use it for like not killing a Pokemon, but still doing significant damage. Shrek has Hammer Arm, Spirit Break, Play Rough, and Foul Play. Pretty decent. I think that works. Ice moves are good offensively. Heatmore is a heavy Pokemon. Your Emboar has Heat Crash and it's good. I know, I don't love the conditional moves like that. Because then you run into a Pokemon that suddenly knows something like Gravity Shift or something dumb like that. And it's like, oh, Pokemon are lighter now. Heat Crash is great for Hakan? Maybe. Maybe we get rid of Lava Plume. Libre, you're looking sick, dog. You don't ever change. Power... You know what, maybe Power I should update your moves? They're not fantastic. Yeah, Iron Tail, Rock Slide, Takedown, Rock Tomb. I'm not in love. Okay, I'm okay with getting rid of Lava Plume for Heat Crash. If that's what you guys want. And then maybe Iron Head for Heavy Crash or whatever. Clyde, my man. My main man, Clyde. I'm not touching perfection, Clyde. Don't you worry. Okay, we're gonna do... Where was it? Heat Crash for Hakan. Give it Surf. Give what Surf? Power. Y'all, you can't just say it. You gotta let me actually know. Okay, yeah, so Flamethrower is a stronger Lava Plume. So I will replace Lava Plume with Heat Crash. Oh, Power. Okay. Y'all have to say the name of the Pokemon. I can't read minds. User slams into the target with its heavy body. So, yeah, this is just Heat Crash, but for Steel types. I'll give this to Hakan as well. And I'll get rid of Iron Head, which is an 80... yeah. We'll do that. Okay. I don't mind giving Power, Surf. That works for me. But what else are we giving Power? Is the question. I want to give it something like Outrage. But I don't mind giving it something like, I don't know, Shockwave or something. You know, something that, like, is a little bit more, what's the word, utility. So if any of you guys see utility moves that Power can use... Shadow Claw? Power? Why can you learn Shadow Claw? Is it just because you have claws? That doesn't seem like it should be the way this works. Maybe. We will see. I'm gonna give Power Surf. I agree with Lucas. It will be a good idea. We'll get rid of... Let's get rid of Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb kind of sucks. Well, it doesn't suck, but, like, it is long since stopped being relevant. Okay. I wish I could... You see, that's the problem, is I wish I could sort the TMs and stuff by type, rather than name. It would make it so much easier. Lots of Pokemon that have claws can learn Shadow Claw. That's weird to me. Okay, should we give Power Thunder Wave? Because Power is kind of our physical defensive queen. So having Thunder Wave might be a really nice utility on it, so it can just paralyze something. I mean, what's the harm, right? Because, like, I can always just go to the move Rememberer. Have it remember this move. And then... Okay, Iron Tail we're keeping, apparently. Although it's 75 accuracy. That's bad. That's, like, really bad. Rock Slide... Do I want to get rid of Rock Slide? I don't want Power to have 0 rock moves, but Takedown is really good. I think Iron Tail, actually, like, again... let's get rid of Rock Slide. I'll look for a different rock move. Hopefully we have a good rock move. Something like, what's that one that has a much higher chance of criticals? It's, Stone Edge, that's the one. This is kind of a better Iron Tail, just because it has more accuracy. But wait, let me actually, before I do that... Power... What's your... Where are your stats at? Okay, so you're more of a physical attacker than special attacker. You know what, I could have probably guessed that, but it's nice to make sure. So it would be a better idea to give you physical attacks. Stone Age is a physical attack. Cool. I kind of like... I like having Stone Edge. Now, here's the question. Do we get rid of Iron Tail, or do we get rid of Takedown? You see, the problem is Stone Edge is, like... Oh, it's only 5 less accuracy than Takedown. And it's 10 more damage. What do you guys think? Because it's not getting any stab damage for Takedown, you know? That's my reasoning here, is that Takedown is a good move because it does decent damage and it has a lot of uses. We can use this move 20 times. But like Stone Edge, it gets stab damage, it's easier to get criticals, we might not need to use it 5 times, if you get my meaning. And Iron Tail, I don't want to get rid of because it's like, we can use it 15 times, that's crazy. So we can Thunder Wave something. We have Surf, which has 100% accuracy, which is hilarious. It's hilarious that this thing knows how to surf. Its special attack isn't bad, is the thing, too. Because it's got 110. It's got 70 more attack stat. But, like, it's still not bad. Lose Takedown? Okay, yeah, let's lose Takedown for Stone Edge. My problem is that I like having moves that I can use frequently, you know? Thunder! Power, why can you use Thunder? That's insane! There's nothing about you that should be able to do this! You're like a samurai dinosaur. Why can you use Thunder? If anything, you should be avoiding Thunder. Okay. Okay. Well, it looks like that's probably just about the best we can do right now. Yeah, I don't think there's very much more that we can do that would be better than all this. I think we've kind of looked through everything. Just giving one more run through. Nope, that's all of it. Okay, I think that's good. We're leaving Moltres in the box for now, and I guess we're gonna go get Articuno. And then we will eventually take revenge on my nemesis, which, as we all know, is Zapdos, apparently. Because Zapdos killed my favorite Pokemon. Well, my favorite Pokemon of this run. Oh, Jesus. Hey, Hind. Could you remember that conversation we had about personal space? Aggron has always had a surprisingly wide move pool. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so Articuno, Galarian Articuno is fairy flying, I want to say? I think they're all flying. So I think it's fairy flying. If it's fairy flying, we need steel. And Hakan is probably our best steel type. Although power might be a good choice just simply because it's got a high defense and it doesn't have as high an attack stat, so it's probably not going to do as much damage. Although it does only have one steel move, and it's like the strongest steel move that I have. So maybe Hakan would be better anyway. Just because it has, like, flash cannon. Okay. Although, maybe power would be better because we can, because it's also rock, which is strong against flying. Power is like... Articuno is psychic? Okay. Okay. Oh, now it's Shrek's time to shine. Can you believe we almost took Shrek off of the team, Ole? It's his time to shine. He can do, like, foul play, which is not that strong a move. And then, like, Fairy and Psychic are neutral against each other, and he's immune to Psychic because he's dark. I don't love that you just ran after me like that. I don't love his little running animation. It looks like he doesn't have the best intentions for me. And now I get to figure out my way through this area. Hey, third chat member, welcome to the stream. Feel free to say hi, or, if you'd prefer not to, feel free not to say hi. Don't know why I gave you that option. Seems pretty obvious in hindsight. I can't stop talking. It's my problem. That's my problem. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to the top. I think Articuno will probably be... There's a big tree at the top, and that's probably where Articuno is. I can't imagine it wouldn't be there. It's such a cinematic area, and I believe there was just nothing there when we went there last time. So, like, it kind of has to be. It would be a real waste of an area if it wasn't there. Hi. Hi, Lucas. Tunnel to the top. Why don't bottoms get a tunnel? Not that I'm... I didn't say that because I'm... Anyway, how are you guys? Dragon Fang. Ooh, that would have been cool when I had a dragon type. I'm gonna murder Zapdos. I can't believe Zapdos got rid of my only dragon type. Well, not my only dragon type, I still have Hind. Did I have a Gibble before? I could go and get a Gibble and then get a Garchomp, but I already have a ground type. It feels silly to get more when I could focus my energy on getting a cooler dragon type. Like, if I keep doing the max lair, then eventually I'll get Giratina, and that's dragon and ghost, and that rules. Especially since I accidentally killed the other dragon ghost type that I know of. Have I just ridden in a circle? Now that's a question for the ages, folks. Have I just ridden in a circle? Who knows? It's truly a mystery. Come back when it's a catastrophe. Alright. What the hell? Oh, Clefairy. Clefairy upsets me. There are many Pokemon who upset me. I don't love that. Shrek, please stop running after me with such purpose and determination. It makes me super uncomfortable. Just like chill. Actually, go back in your Pokeball, please. We can talk later. Where the hell am I? Oh, cool. An item I will literally never use. Path to the peak? Hell yeah. Okay. That was a magical sound. Oh, hey, it's Frost Moth. I worked really hard to get, like... Man, these things are everywhere. In, like, Scarlet and Violet, I remember working really hard to try and get them. Oh, no. It was... I went back and tried to play this game on my own for a second time. Before these streams even happened, I was doing an Apocalypse run, and my Apocalypse was the world flooded. So I could only use water types, grass types, flying types, and dragon types. And I really wanted to get a Frost Moth or something. No, wait, but that doesn't make sense. Why did I want a Frost Moth? Oh. Am I not supposed to be here yet? You love Clefairy? You hate the Jigglypuff line, though. Fair enough. No accounting for taste when it comes to pig blob Pokemon, apparently. Leave me alone. Clefairy is weird. What is looking at me? I get the feeling I'm not meant to be here yet. Yeah, I did get that feeling. Have we accidentally stumbled into a different mission? Am I, like, getting the king's mount all of a sudden? I didn't go and talk to the mayor, so I thought that that wouldn't trigger yet. I thought this is where Articuno flew to. Is he behind the big house? That seems silly. Why would he be behind? Why are you the same size as me? Why are you as tall as a child? Why aren't you taller? It feels like you should be taller. I don't love that you're the same size as me. It makes me, again, quite uncomfortable. Okay, so I have a feeling... Ooh, actually, I was about to say I have a feeling that if I walk into that building, there's going to be a fight. So I don't want that to happen yet because the stream needs to be over. But I found a great way for us to end it off. We're gonna go camping, because Hind really wanted to camp. Ah, look at all my boys. Hey, everybody. Ah, Agron's smiling. Look. Ball. Someone go fetch the ball. Hey. Hey, big buddy. How you doing? Aw, it's worried about its surroundings. Tell me more. Yay. Go play. Leave me alone now. I'm done with you. Hey, Clyde. Okay, I was talking to Clyde, but whatever. Ah, hey Hind. I remember you wanted this. Was Sword and Shield the Pokemon game with the most amount of backlash? No, I don't think so. I remember people really didn't like it. People were mad about Sword and Shield because it was Sword and Shield was it's very corridor-like. Like there's really only one path forward. But it's also that, probably you remember the Dexit kerfuffle? Oh, when they went away from the National Dex? What the hell is Dexit? Actually, let's do some cooking. I'm gonna make Gigantomix. Okay. Let's use Gigantomix. And then we will use... Okay, so that's sweet. Spicy. Sweet and spicy. Okay, let's use 3 of these. 1 of these. And 2 of these. Ready. Yes. But anyway, I remember the, to be honest, the most hated Pokemon game is the most current Pokemon game. That's kind of how it works. I remember people really hating on Scarlet and Violet for a long time. But, I think it's just like, it's because it's a Pokemon game that it kind of... It does kind of, get a free ride. It might have been... How did people feel about Arceus? I don't really remember what the general consensus about Arceus was, but I remember that people weren't jazzed about it. Like, it was such a big change and was kind of like bad Monster Hunter. I think people might have been the most mad about Arceus or Sword and Shield. No, about Arceus or Scarlet and Violet, but I think they were mad about Sword and Shield for the longest. I think Sword and Shield got the longest hate in terms of like just how long people were mad at it. That does look very good. I forgot it was you. Hey, he likes it. He's kind of cute. Okay, he's kind of grown on me. Hey, we got full marks on that one. Nice. Sick. Okay, well. That was a nice little camping session. And that was a nice little stream. Whoa. Everyone got nearly 2,000 points. Sword and Shield screenshots were being posted to complain about graphics for years. That's it. Exactly. Scarlet and Violet and Pokemon Arceus, I think, got the most, like, intense hatred. But it was short-lived. Sword and Shield got it for very long. And you know what? I don't know that it entirely deserved it. Like, over the last few months, I have been the first. Oh, hey, Realm W. Welcome to the stream. We're literally about to end. Although you know what, I don't mind taking a quick break and then coming back and streaming for a little bit more if that's something y'all would be interested in. If you can, I mean, if you guys can chill for like 10-15 minutes while I go and make myself another cup of tea and take a quick break to make sure I don't die on this chair, then I don't mind playing for a bit longer. Maybe we can do another hour. I just need to rest my voice a bit. Alrighty. We're gonna have a quick intermission. We're gonna have a quick intermission, and then we're gonna jump back. Before we go, I will say, I don't think that Sword and Shield deserved as much hate as it got. I think that the criticism leveled against it was accurate, but I don't think it should have been as hated as it was, because this game does do things that the later games fail to do. This game has more impeccable vibes than Scarlet and Violet has ever had and will ever have. And also, Scarlet and Violet doesn't really have like a visual language in the same way that this game does. I mean, just look at the Pokemon centers. The Pokemon centers in Sword and Shield are cottages. They are British cottages that fit into the theming and culture, quote unquote, of the area. Whereas the Pokemon centers in Scarlet and Violet are like bus stops. Alright, Ole. See you around. As for the rest of you, see you in 15 minutes. He does act like a bit, like a bugged bokoblin. You are correct, Lucas. I'm back, everybody. I know I said 15 minutes, but, I'm excited. I haven't streamed for 2 hours for a long time. I'm keen to try it again. And Lucas just turned 18, so it's a bit of a celebration. Okay, I can't move the camera. That's weird. Is this... Am I not meant to be here yet? Is this not a place I'm supposed to be? Is this a puzzle? Is this a puzzle? Huh. Oh, I found a King's Rock. Okay. I think this is sort of the stage of the final boss fight. I'm definitely not supposed to be here yet. Which is annoying. Because I was for sure certain that this is where Articuno was. That's annoying. Okay, where are we at, map-wise? Okay, we're at the Crown Shrine. Yeah, that's not where we're supposed to be. But I saw Articuno fly this way. Is it maybe... Okay. Where else could Articuno be? Well, let's go back to the tree. We might find Zapdos there. Wait. Let's reorganize our team. Zapdos is fighting and flying. What do we have that's good against fighting? Nothing. I don't think we have anything that's good against fighting. Are legendary birds gods or just very rare animals? I don't know. It's always sort of been kind of up in the air. I think the original legendary birds were just sort of rare. I don't think that they were necessarily godlike. I think legendary Pokemon only rarely became godlike in Gen 2 when Lugia and Ho-Oh were given sort of like mystical otherworldly powers. Like, Lugia apparently controls the world's oceans, and Ho-Oh brought back 3 dogs. And that's a god if I've ever heard one. So, I think they're meant to be, like, godlike. Let's put Libre out front. Because I think Libre has probably the best chance. I feel like the fact that there are multiple versions of them would imply the latter. Yeah, I think that they're meant to be rare animals. I don't think that the birds specifically are meant to be like gods. But there are godlike Pokemon. I keep hearing like a rah, like a mystical rah. You know, like a super special rah. Whoa, I didn't know that you flew. You can also have multiple gods like entities like river gods. You forgot what document from the what that document from the leak says. I remember what it says about... I actually don't remember anything about it. I never read the leak. I never saw anything about it. I've heard things. I heard that it's quite explicit. And people were really upset with Typhlosion. You remember the chart? What did the chart say? Okay, so I saw Articuno fly that way. So, like up towards the mountains over there. So is it not there? That seems silly. That seems kind of ridiculous. I don't want to just go back this way. Alright, let's go to Freezington. Go to the mayor. And then do that. Yeah, there was a chart that laid out the relations between the legendaries and mythical Pokemon and so on. You can send it to me if you find it. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm not super invested, but like, yeah, that's fine. Here's the thing. Okay, so here's the thing about Pokemon that I would prefer. I would prefer if the legendaries were just rare. I kind of hate the mythology that legendaries are mythical. Because I feel like that devalues them as like a gameplay thing. You know? I kind of personally hate the fact that Pokemon in general has made the legendaries this world-ending or world-saving plot device. I think it's really ruined the story for a lot of the Pokemon games. But Zacian and Zamazenta, for example, are probably just a pair. Except no, they're the mythical heroes that saved this realm from destruction. Specifically from destruction that was meant to be brought about by Krusty. Eternatus tried to destroy the realm, and then Zamazenta and Zacian defeated them. And they were like 2 Pokemon that just did that. They are mythical figures. They aren't necessarily gods of anything, but they are mythical figures. Have you seen what's happened to the statue of the King of Bountiful Harvests? Its head has become massive. It's crazy, damn kids. Disfiguring our most important statues. You say that's the way the king's supposed to look? I mean, there's only one of each in this case. Yeah, I think Legendary was originally meant to be just like that there's only one of them. And if that was the case for Legendary, then basically all of the starters were Legendaries for a while. Now that you mention it, it does resemble the design on our town's souvenir shirts. Hi, third person in the chat. Welcome to the stream. But you speak as though you've seen the king with your own 2 eyes. The statue's been broken since I was a child. 1,000,000 years ago, when I was but a young wizard. Oh, of course, you wanted to learn about the loyal steed of the King of Bountiful Harvests. Man, that's a long name. Why wouldn't it just be Harvest King? That feels easier to say. Right, the original games have a really distinct sort of cosmology and place that the Pokemon themselves have, which is not really reflected in any subsequent game to their detriment, I think. Yeah, I think that that's true. I also think that just from my... We're doing this rant again. If you watch my streams, you've heard this rant. I am not in any way, shape, or form a Gen 1 purist. I think Generation 2 was probably one of my favorites, and Generation 4 was probably one of my favorites, and I think that they're better than Gen 1. Gen 1 is kind of boring. Here's the thing. Gen 1 did the legendaries the best because they were just in the world. People spoke about them, and they were in secluded areas, but they weren't, like, relevant to the plot. Gen 1's plot is, you like Pokemon, here's how you catch Pokemon, you have to become a stronger trainer to catch stronger Pokemon, so you should get the badges, because they will help. And if you're getting the badges anyway, you may as well do the Pokemon League. And that was the story. And that was the best story of the game. Because it was exactly what you wanted to do. The fun part of this game is catching cool Pokemon and training them to be stronger, and the Pokemon League feeds that very, very well. The problem for me came when, like, Ruby and Sapphire started introducing the subplot of saving the world. And I think that started to devalue the story of Pokemon, especially, like, Sword and Shield is such a prime example of this, because you are literally in the final fight of the Pokemon League, and it gets interrupted so that you can go and do an irrelevant legendary fight. Like, it's so irrelevant. Commissioner Rose literally says to you, hey, this fight that you're doing is to solve an electricity problem that we're going to have in 1,000 years. It's not even a problem yet, but in 1,000 years it will be, so I've summoned the devil. And it's like, it's so dumb, and it takes away from the plot, and eventually you get back to the Pokemon League, and you stand there in front of Leon, and he's like, let's make this the best fight ever. And it's like, dude, I already saved the world. You couldn't. I saved the world in your place because you were unable to. I have already proven that I'm not only a better trainer than you, but I'm a better trainer than anyone in this region, so what is the point of being the Pokemon champion now? And that's my problem, is that the Pokemon champion like role, like that title, is such a good end point for these games, which is why it is usually the end point of these games, and it gets devalued by having the legendaries be these like godlike figures that need to be taken care of or the world is in peril. So having them be a fun thing that you can go and find, that if you explore, if you like explore well enough, or maybe do a puzzle or something, like if you solve a puzzle, like kind of what we're doing now in this DLC. I kind of like how this DLC is doing the legendaries, because you have to like, you know, read clues and go and solve a puzzle and go and find them, and then if you do and you fight them and you catch them, you get a cool Pokemon. I wish this had happened earlier, because now the legendaries are irrelevant. The Pokemon League is already over, but like, you know, it's just, it would be more interesting to me. I think the best way, okay, I'm almost done, I promise. The best way that a legendary has ever been done was not even with a legendary Pokemon. It was with the Red Gyarados in Silver and Gold and Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So the Red Gyarados was a Pokemon that was legendary in one region, and then for some reason disappeared, and there was constant rain, and it was because the Gyarados were going crazy. And it's because Team Rocket had hijacked the radio tower and played a sound that was making the Gyarados go crazy. So you go and beat Team Rocket, and it frees up the region from that sound, and you can go to the lake and get the Red Gyarados. The Red Gyarados is not even that special. It is just a stronger Gyarados. It is a different colored Gyarados, and yet it feels so much cooler to get than basically any legendary in the game, because it was a local legend, it was alluded to by people of that town, and you had to solve a little puzzle to get it, and it wasn't even like it was only hampered by the fact that you couldn't leave the town until you did it. Like, if they had allowed you to walk right past it if you didn't, it would be perfect. That's what it should be. Legendaries should be like local legends that you go and get and prove are real and get this cool Pokemon that's almost like a gimmick or like just fun or something. That's a reward for you taking the time to explore. It shouldn't be a mandatory thing that you have to do, especially because Pokemon's whole mythology is that the more you care about your Pokemon, the stronger they are. So slotting a member out of your team for a Pokemon that's so much obviously better just feels so counter to that like baked in story. And that's what the legendaries end up being. They're so much stronger than all the other Pokemon that there's no reason not to use them. Rant over. What if virtuous Pokemon like Volcarona transitioned into legendaries over time? It would have gotten stale after a couple generations though. Well, that's kind of what they did in Soul Silver and not Soul Silver, Scarlet and Violet, is that a lot of Pokemon were given like secondary forms. Like in Violet, they were future forms, where they were robotic, and in Scarlet, they were like past forms, where it was like, oh, you know, this is what they evolved from, and things. And they were way stronger for some reason, which doesn't make sense with the historical one, because like, why would they have changed then, if they were way stronger? Like this, why would they have evolved to be weaker, you know? It is way less fun or interesting that your player character is the main character of the world in all the other games. Exactly! It's so much more interesting to be the quote-unquote main character because you earned it. You shouldn't be the chosen one, you know? That was always one of my biggest problems with like the Pokemon movies, is that Ash was just the chosen one, and that sucked. That made it way less interesting. It's more interesting to see a character help people and save the world out of their own moral fortitude than it is because they were told by an ancient slab prophecy, you know? How do you think Pokemon would look under communism, like the intellectual property? Do you mean if it was like public access? Like if it was... What's the word I'm looking for? It's like what Sherlock Holmes in the public... I think public access is the right term. I don't know. I don't know how Pokemon would look. It might be interesting. Public domain, that's it. Not nationalized. Not nationalized, Lucas. Public domain. I don't know how it would look. I think that it would be... I think, honestly, if Pokemon was public domain, it would also suffer for different reasons. because people would just be submitting Pokemon all the time, and it would be very difficult to quality control it, you know? If the story was a public domain, but you had to use the existing Pokemon, like they were just like, hey, there's no more Pokemon anymore, we've made all of them, you can't make any more, but you can do whatever you want with the story, then I think it could be interesting. It's just the problem is that people get so into like designing these little monsters and they don't realize how much work it actually takes to design a Pokemon that they end up submitting something that's either it's like if you remember a while back, I did some Legend of Zelda magic cards that I designed as like a what if universes beyond kind of thing. And I made a Zelda card, and she was way too powerful. She was crazy powerful. She was like a remove on sight kind of commander. And that's because I didn't realize how much it took to actually make a balanced and interesting magic card. And I've been playing Magic for like, a decade, maybe. Oh, I've only been playing Commander for like 3 years, though. Yeah, I would say about 3 years. But still, like it takes a lot more to make these kinds of things than we realize, and I think that's where people would get stuck. If people could write the story, I think then it would be interesting. But also, we've seen like Pokemon fan games that have taken the story in a really obvious and dark direction, so you know. An old book I read an old book I read long ago, ooh, the dementia's getting me, said that the king's loyal steed was particularly fond of a certain special vegetable. I wonder if it's carrots, the only vegetable we grow in this village. But my memory isn't what it used to be. I can't recall what exactly the steed so desired. Probably carrots. I think it best if you'd search on the bookshelf over there if you want to find out any more. Why didn't you just get the book? Why are you making me look for the book? King of Bountiful, King's Proud Steed, The Reigns of Unity, Hardy Crops for the Tundra, Try Freedington Snow Sombra, Town Records, Tourism. Okay, well, let's go for the obvious one. The horse Pokemon gave over its power to serve the king, and carry it hither and thither. The two even became one for a time, combining their strength to create a forest in a single night. I'm trying really hard to not make a "they fucked" joke, but this proud steed had been a wild thing once, ravaging the village crops and causing much woe, and then it ravaged the king for a while. Sorry. But the king, in all its greatness, brought this fierce creature to heel and secured its loyalty. You can still have skill requirements behind tasks, like game design knowledge. That's fair. I'm sure there are lots of people out there who could very competently design Pokemon. I just think that when it's a public domain, it gets access to everyone, and there are a lot more people who will submit subpar designs that will ultimately tank the credibility of the original series a lot more than the people who submit decent designs. But hey, that might just be pessimism, to be honest. I just, I've seen these kinds of things come and go, and it's very rarely good. But hey, again, pessimism. Which horse do you like more? I kind of like the ice horse more. What? Do you mean just like horses? Just horses, the real life horses? Or are you talking about horses in a specific thing? I personally am afraid of horses. I don't trust them, and they scare me. I'm afraid of any animal that's bigger than I am, basically. The Crown Tundra horses? Are there multiple horses? Lucas, did you just spoil that there are multiple horses for me? Disappointed, Lucas. I'm disappointed. I don't care. But yeah, I haven't played the Crown Tundra DLC before, so I didn't know that there were multiple horses. That's crazy. I'm keen to see what they look like. So I generally don't know. You actually only get one horse? Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know what they look like. I'll have to see their designs. And for each among us who claims the steed hide was as black as the midnight gloom in which ghosts appear, there is another who claims it was white as a block of solid ice. None alive now can say which is the truth. Sure, I will check the reigns of unity. Though these reigns did the king send its power, through these reigns, in order to tame and control its proud steed. The reins, in fact, were made by the hands of the people, in thanks for the plenty brought by the king. They were crafted by dwarves. I would love it if Pokemon just, like, started introducing Norse mythology this late into the series. It's like, and then Odin came down from Valhalla. The reins bound not only the horse and the king to one another, they bound the people to the king as well. They were made by the hands of the people indeed. Rise up. Workers, regain the reins. Workers, take back the reins of society. At the dawning of each new year, we must never forget the gift the king with this offering. Let the radiant flower and the mane of the steed be woven together to bind us all in faith. Let the secret of the sacred art be passed from parent to child to grandchild and never forgotten. Okay, I heard something about a flower. The king was a great Pokemon that brought abundance to our cold land. The sweep of its right hand, the land would be blanketed in verdant grasses and plumes. Verdant is a great word. Oh, you know what's a fantastic word that I heard the other day? I haven't been able to get out of my head since. Vestibule. Oh, that's a good one. That's a cracker of a word. Vestibule. With a sweep of its left hand, and the fruit of the fields would ripen and grow heavy. Its great crown of green gleaming, the king galloped across the land astride its proud steed. You're out of battery? Oh, I'm sorry, Lucas. Do you mean socially, or are you talking literally about your phone? And their footsteps, the buds would burst from the soil, and rich life was until the brother paid tribute to the king. Oh, okay, the king was cool. While carrots can be grown in the Crown Tundra, they have rather unusual growth habits. Your phone almost died. Oh, okay. Are you gonna go put it on charge, or are you gonna take a break for a while? When grown beneath the heaped snow, these hardy roots tend to develop into ice root carrots. When grown in tracts close to where many souls are laid to rest, shade root carrots will be your crop. Hire me to do your audiobook. I'm good at it. Shade root carrots are a favorite treat for many ghost-type Pokemon, while ice-type Pokemon seem to delight in eating ice root carrots. According to the old fairy tales, the steed that the king of Bountiful Harvest rode upon loved both these varieties, or perhaps one or the other. Records seem to contradict with another, with some stories speaking of a white steed delighting in ice root carrots and others mentioning a black steed devouring shade root carrots. Okay, so basically, I know what I'm doing. If I get the shade root carrot, it'll be a ghost type. If I get the ice root carrot, it'll be a ice type. I'm gonna get the ice root one because Lucas said that that's his favorite type. And I can't use either typing anyway, because it'll either be ghost psychic or it'll be ice psychic. It doesn't matter. So I'll just make Lucas happy. Make Lucas happy. What was that? Again, I keep hearing a sound like... Where the hell is Articuno, by the way? And Zapdos. Crow. Crow. Crown. Oh, hey there, Chief. I had a feeling someone called me. Was it you? Huh? Meow. Human child, were you able to find something out about my loyal steed? I like how Calyrex is just a guy. Yeah, me too. You know what? I was so ready to call this my favorite legendary because he's like He's so weird and wonderful, and he has a similar name to mine. And I thought he was a grass type. And he's not. And that's the disappointing part. You say you found out about something that my loyal steed could not resist? It has been so long since we rode together that I had completely forgotten. It isn't a grass type? No, apparently it's a psychic type. With this information, we may be able to lure my loyal steed to me yet. So tell me, what is it that my loyal steed would find so irresistible? I want to wiggle its legs? Yes. Me too. Carrots. Probably. Oh ho! Carrots, you say? Yes, yes, I remember now. Even back when we were together, it would leap at any chance to eat some kind of crop. It took everything I had to restrain it. Looking back, the crop must have been carrots. I am in your debt, human child. This is the first person to acknowledge that I'm a child. In this entire game. I'm basically the highest level of government right now. What we must do now is clear. If we are able to find the carrot somewhere, it should be but a trifle to lure my loyal steed back to me. I wonder, do the humans of the village grow any carrots? If we could obtain even a single seed, I could grow a carrot from it myself. By the stars! He's so surprised. You say that you have carrot seeds? That strange bag contains the seeds of carrots? You humans never stop adapting and evolving. I am constantly amazed by your ingenuity. And yet, the fields of the village simply won't do. They are not suited for growing carrots. If we could find rich soil, I could use my powers to grow the crops we need. Now, where might we find soil suited for growing these crops in this tundra of mine? Oh. He's using eagle vision. I see two spots that might suit our needs. One is a field covered in pristine snow. The other is a graveyard. Another spot is a field by gravestones, where those who moved on were laid to rest. Do you want to grave rob with me? Either of those locations should allow me to use my powers to grow the carrots we need. Please, I ask you to choose a field and plant those seeds. Schlorp. I like that he just floats up. Gah! What in the... I seem to be getting in the habit of falling asleep outside. Gahaha. I guess it just goes to show that holding down the fort isn't all that easy. Shut up, Peony. Like, I love you, but shut up. And take care of yourself, Chief. Don't overdo it. Nahaha. Time for me to go take a nap. I guess. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can, I said that since Lucas is keen on the ice one more, we should do that. Yeah, let's go do the ice one. Can't fly there yet. Why the hell not? Oh, because there was a cutscene. Nanny. Oh, it's a child. Sing that song about the King's Steed Pokemon for exposition, please.
Oh, of course, my dear. I'd love to.
Ice root carrots, cold as ice, munched all up by the bully in white. Shade root carrots, dark as doom, crunched by the bully with a ghostly gloom. Granny, this is a fucked song. I'm like 8.
Now you make sure you eat your veggies too, just like the Pokemon in the song. And also teach those nerds what for. Really go to town on them. I did say be a bully. Couldn't have changed the words in that song, huh?
In Italy, you have to buy a dumb amount of textbooks. You have a room full of them. Yeah, no, we have to buy a bunch of textbooks for uni as well. I still have some, I think. And I don't love it. What? I saw something flying. Was that Articuno? Is that the noise I keep hearing? Is Articuno actually in this area? I'm mad. Oh, a luxury ball. I do love luxury balls. Let's get this Pokeball. I could use a bottle of throat spray right now. That sounds delightful. Where the heck is this field? And where the heck is this bird? Where the heck is this horse? There's so many things. What's this? Okay, let's see here. I'm in the exact area for it. It looks like the field's down this way. Kind of. Like here-ish. Like you go past here, and you go right here, and there's a field. There it is. Hey, hey. Yes, let's plant carrots. Like a true hero. Oh my god.
I see you have reached one of the fields. I have kidnapped your friend. If you plant the seeds in this field, ice root carrots will grow. It has been so long that my memory is hazy, but I believe that my loyal steed would often partake of this sort of vegetable. If ice root carrots were what my steed preferred, it must have been an ice type, mustn't it? It's most vexing that I can't recall, I suppose. We will see. But I ask once more, are you sure this is the field you want to plant the seeds? Yes. Very well, then I ask you to plant the seeds.
Dig, dig, dig.
Pat, pat. Ka ha ha. Very good, very good. You have been an able hand for working with soil.
I'm the only one in this region that knows how to get their hands dirty. And now it's literal.
Now then, it's time I did my part. Let me show you my powers.
He just rips Peony in half. And watched, like, the blood. No, he did a cute little dance. Okay. It would have been so goddamn fun. They had the chance to do the funniest thing and just do one scene of, like, incredible gore. Rumble, rumble. Whoa! That's a huge carrot.
You planted so many seeds, and yet my powers could only get one to grow.
He's a whimsical little fella. Yeah, I know. That's why we love him. Calyrex, you're alright. We love whimsy on this channel.
To think I have fallen so low. It truly breaks my heart. Remember to drink your tea, everyone. But soon it will be my time to bid sorrow farewell. Now, human child, I must ask that you pull the ice root carrot free with all of your might. Do not use any of your dinosaurs or birds.
Yeah, let's go. Just threw him out. You obtained an ice root carrot. You threw out your back. Okay. So now I have to probably take it back to that big old castle.
The carrot will be the key in luring my loyal steed.
The crown tundra has fallen. Billions must grow crops.
Back to me. Now all I need are the reins of unity. They will amplify my power, letting me ride my loyal steed with ease. But I doubt I shall ever get another set from the humans in the village.
Whoa! It's a pretty horse.
Oh, it does look sick as hell, damn.
It's like a semi-unicorn.
What? Glastria, my loyal steed, is it truly you? That glistening white pelt, that rough, violent gallop. It has not changed from the day we first met. Oh, how this brings back memories. It is my belief that while my steed picked up on the scent of the carrot, it could not determine where the scent was coming from. Judging from the direction it ran off in, it must be headed to the village in an attempt to pillage carrots there. If that is true, then Freezington is in danger. Human child, we must make...
Yeah, no, that looks like you're making a lot of haste there, bud. Is it just gonna take me to the village? Oh, I updated the clue. I love that I just, like, condemned a village to danger, and my first response was like, I better write this down. I am deciding on next move. You see, the problem is I don't want to do this like King of Bountiful Harvest quest, because I feel like that's going to be the final boss, sort of. That's going to be the climax of this. So I don't want to do it before I do the legendary birds, but I just don't know where to get Articuno. Or Zapdos, really. I guess I could go back to the wild area and see if Zapdos is there. So let me go do that. But I am not jazzed about my chances with Zapdos. Whenever you hear Bountiful Harvest, you think of balls? Lucas. Hey, Lucas. Why, though? But for why, though, do you think that? Okay, yeah, I think Libre out front is the best idea. I don't love the sandstorm. It's gonna make it really hard to see Zapdos. Zapdos. Oh, you are here. Okay. So, if they, like, you just need to reload the area and they go back. But where's Articuno is the problem. I need to look that up. I think that'll be something I research for the next stream. Is exactly where Articuno is, because I like the idea of doing the legendary birds first, and then the King of Bountiful Harvest. Rich, heavy crops god. Lucas. No. The degeneracy. Rich, heavy crops does. That did make me giggle, though. Congratulations. You've given me a oh, you fucker. You turned around. Ah, gotcha. Gotcha, bitch. Let's fucking do this. We're the same type, idiot. Sky attack. Let's go. I love the animation of sky attack. Ooh. I forgot that he could do that. But it's not very effective because it's a fighting type move. Oh, it's like how Moltres' fire thing in this game is actually a whatchamacallit, a dark type move. Okay, well I killed Zapdos again. God damn it. That's annoying. Okay. Well, Alright, I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna call it here. We almost made it to 2 hours. But I think now is a good stopping point. We're gonna... We found out that we can find... We know where Zapdos is now. We don't have to look for Zapdos, which is a good thing. Now all we have to do... I will, in my free time, do some research on Articuno. And we will make it our mission next week to get Articuno and Zapdos. And then we will go and handle the Calyrex situation. Because it seems like we only have to do like a couple more things for that. And then we can just go and catch him. And once that happens, we're going to have to pick a new game for Monday. So keep an eye out for those selection streams, y'all. And suggest, if you want a new game, if you're watching the VOD of this and you want a specific game to see on Mondays, let me know. You can do that on the Discord, or you can comment on this video, or you can, I don't know, send me a raven. See if that works. In the meantime, stay kind, stay safe, stay catchin', stay whimsical, and stay magical, and so long.